Chael Sonnen, former UFC contender, now ESPN MMA analyst, kind enough to join us here on Bet. Chael, looking sharp as always. Pocket square, shirt, jacket combo, beautiful contrast. Thank you very much. So we're going to start. Question number one.
That's very sweet. I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, the last thing I want to do, even if we're at a distance here, is get punched in the face by you. So I always like to start with a compliment to avoid potential problems. Question number one, third installment of McGregor Poirier, 10 days away. Poirier knocked McGregor out in the rematch back at UFC 257 in January. When you first heard that these two were getting together to fight each other for a third time, your initial thought as to who would win, what was it?
I had to throw back. Look, Conor McGregor is my answer, but I'm throwing back to the only rematch we've ever seen him do, which was against Nate Diaz, and Conor did show us that he has the ability to learn, reassess, and change the result.
When we look at Dustin Poirier and the previous fights between these two, Chael, he had a lot of success with some leg kicks the second time around against McGregor for a second-round stoppage. Do you expect the same type of strategy, or do you think we're going to see a different fight plan for Poirier this time?
I think the biggest thing that Poirier learned in that second contest was how easily he could take Conor down. Look, nobody was more surprised that that takedown happened than Poirier. It was not a good shot. It was not designed to take Conor off his feet. It was designed to distract him so he could come back and use the hands. Not only did Poirier take him down, he held him down. If I learned anything from the second fight, then I'm attempting to guess that Poirier is going to bring with him into this contest, it's going to be more ground and pound.
Khabib Nurmagomedov has gone on the record saying that if McGregor doesn't win in the first round, he's essentially toast. Quote, if it's the first round, I'd back Conor. From the second round and further, then Dustin wins. Do you agree with that assessment?
I do, and fellas, we can get a little bit more specific than that. Not only does Conor need to win in the first round, he needs to win with a knockout, which is used primarily with his left hand, and he also only sets the left hand up one way. He waits for you to throw, he rolls, he comes back. It's a great attack. But over time, guys have learned it, particularly an opponent like Dustin, who's already been in there with him twice.
Chael, Vegas tells us that the two most likely outcomes as far as shortest odds are stoppage by either fighter. It's plus 188 for Poirier, a little less juicy for McGregor at plus 138. Would you play either of those for either to make a stoppage?
Look, I like it. I think, and you asked me originally when this first was announced, who did I think was going to win? I went with Conor. I'm actually picking Poirier in this. I don't love the way Conor's prepared. I don't love that he's not doing media. I know that is designed to look as though he's a little bit more focused. Look, there's something that you get when you're beating your chest and screaming from the rooftops you're the best in the world. It's not to get in your opponent's head. It's to convince yourself. I don't love that Conor didn't do it. I don't love that Conor packed up and went to Dubai for training camp when the gym that got him here is 20 minutes from his house. I don't understand any of it. I'm officially taking Poirier, and I can't even remember what your question was.
All that mattered was that the answer was dynamite.
Dynamite.
All right,
exactly.
So Vegas is so confident this fight does not go the distance that they're pricing the no on whether it will go the distance at minus 350. So I want to show you the top 6 round bets. You tell us which one you like the most. Poirier 6-1 to win it in the first round, but obviously Conor McGregor to win it in the first round or the second round at plus 250 and plus 450 respectively are your two favorites. So given all those options right there, which fighter and in which round, what do you like the most?
I like the final one. I like Poirier by stoppage, but I have to remind you guys, if I am correct that he plans to come in grappling heavy, it's going to throw these odds in Vegas completely out the window. Vegas is banking on the first two contests playing out again in the third, which is a stand-up battle where one of them fell the first time and one of them fell the second. If I'm right and Poirier plans to use a lot more wrestling, you're going to have a longer contest.
Chael Sonnen, the absolute best. Happy, kind enough to join us here on Bet. Chael, we always appreciate it. Have a great week, man.
I've had it with you both. Goodbye.
Fair enough. You're not the only one, Chael.
To be honest,
join the club.
No disagreement. No disagreement.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.